Mike's partner.
319.
Now a man closing in on 15,000 career rush yards, Frank Gore. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 24-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Josh. Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
First down, Buffalo.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Allen. Flushed out right. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
Mike.
Brown 80.
On the ground with the rookie Devin Singletary. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Giants' 47-yard line.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Watch the safety crease. 218.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I do know that owners, when they watch their quarterbacks running with the football, they usually hold their breath because that's the franchise. But when you're getting that kind of a game, hard to argue against calling it.
Mike. I got you.
On first down, Allen. Out to the left, he's got his tight end, Knox.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. There for the sack, B.J. Hill. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Corey Coleman back deep to return. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Ready.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back, part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
They gonna need some therapy after this. Check 3. 6-6. Pull it high. Go.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On 3rd down, Jones. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
At their own 32-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity. Treat it as such.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Hey! You got Ocean Man. You got Ocean Man.
To throw on 3rd down. Jones. It's caught. Shepard. Another first down. The Giants, they have the passing game working right now.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Hey, box truck.
Jones now on 1st and 10. Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. We're scoreless after 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing Jones. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Box 61. Matchbox white.
Now Jones throwing again. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Ed Oliver in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man.
Alpha.
Let's put that team on the hunt. He's checking. Crash.
Jones throwing on 3rd and long. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The veteran Jerry Hughes drops the hammer in the backfield.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Come on, man. Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. He was looking for Devin Singletary there, but it's going to be 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 11-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
But he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Jones. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
There's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Jones, operating from the gun. Got a man, Slayton. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
And the Giants first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A first down carry for Barkley. 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. First trip to the red zone for the Giants. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season.
Check three. Switch.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he's a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Watch the slack.
From the 16, Jones. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense.
That's up.
Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The results for them so far, not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off?
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Play action. Now it's Allen. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. And that's complete to Croft. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work, and finally.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Kareem Martin in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon.
Let's get this.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. To the air, Allen keeps himself upright, and he fends him off. And he's going to go down again. Dexter Lawrence brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. The Bills send the punter out, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. That's pulled in at the 32. So we've reached halftime here in a low-scoring affair. 6-0 is our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. This is Barkley. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Go! Let's go!
From the 40 now on 2nd down, Jones. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, they've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 30. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
They'll run on first down. Barkley, and he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the run. 49 to Mike. Watch 49. Y'all not ready.
2nd and 5. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Evan Ingram with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Operating from the gun, Jones. And the conversion good. He's got it. So the lead swells to 16-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Here's Allen to throw it. Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. Rosas now to add the PAT. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Get ready.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
Not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Bills send the punter out. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
That's it, buddy. We got one.
At their own 29-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw it one deep.
Check 13. Check that.
Again, it's Barkley. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
49.
Bravo.
49. Here we go, D. Hey, just hit it.
Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They didn't have a ton of yards to pick up on that 3rd down, but there was no way they were playing that one safe. They decided to take that one downtown. They must have felt that they had a big play that was waiting for them. Unfortunately, it was incomplete.
Good one, boys. Go. Let's go.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
On the ground, it's Singletary. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
And that's called winning at the point of attack, isn't it? Right there at the line of scrimmage. I know he's a little bummed out now. He doesn't get credit for a tackle for a loss, but no game, his guys will take that.
And speaking of winning, to be as cheesy as we can, he was the winner of the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award from last week, so he's really stringing together some good football.
So not only did he get a gold star, he might have gotten a gold watch too, huh?
The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Allen off the play fake. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Kareem Martin getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Allen. Flush to his right. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey, high 7.
From the gun, it's Allen. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Tight end's right. 4 down, 4 down. Check. Fresno. Hey, alert 3. Middle. 24's the mic.
Allen going to go on 4th down. Escaping the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now that turnover might just about do it here. 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of 1st downs, and this one should just about be over.
The all-pro safety Eric Berry in on the stop. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it again with Barkley. Now Barkley stripped of the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt, but they've been mistake-free to this point and finally coughed it up. I don't think it's going to cost them the game. They should be fine. But, boy, they're going to hate that, going back and watching tape and being able to say we were that close to achieving our goal of 0 turnovers during the game.
A little blemish, but as you say, still comfortably in command. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now Saquon Barkley. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Jones operating from the gun. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, they've now moved the ball over 60 yards.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Jones now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Check 20.
X3, 218, chopper.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jones, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas true blue on the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The offense back out there at the line ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Allen. He's going deep for Brown. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations,
there he goes right side. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Rosas to add the extra point. And it's blocked. And now the Bills have it. A big seam, and he might go all the way. But he is finally run down. Would have been 2 if he'd made it all the way, but instead, simply a missed extra point.
You and I have not met a coaching staff yet that likes to coach negative situations. You know, even plant that in their head. But you have to work on what happens if you get an extra point blocked, because now they can pick it up and return it for 2 points. You have to go over that.
Nice job to get back there and make the tackle, preventing them from getting all the way. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm?
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. They'll go to Barkley again. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 2, now third down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And a big 32-yard play on third.
That's good for the Giants. First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Let's go now. 10 Lobo.
I'm scared.
On first down, Barkley. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest game, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
I'm coming after you.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Here we go. Skip the oar.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, up a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Giants, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressed in all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in a ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna blame me, but no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma go out 1 for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we gon' hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Lost my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no we gon' hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Lonely my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen.